What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk. We're here with another schedule prediction video, and this time we're doing the Dallas Cowboys. So let the haters come on, let the let the fans come, because honestly, we are not a negative Cowboys show. A lot of people think that we are, but we just state the facts. Okay, it is what it is. And yes, the Cowboys do have a lot of question when it comes to wide receivers. Can they make it this season? Can they make it before week 6? Let's find out. We're doing Cowboys starting week 1. Go ahead,
Let's
Vince.
go. Okay, guys. Now, some of y'all may not know, but I used to be a Cowboys fan when I was in diapers. And that's because my family was like that. But not anymore. But today, I'm taking it back to when I was a child. And I'm going to be the unbiased Cowboy fan. So 17-0, right? As Seth always says. But week 1, we're throwing it back again. Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. So what do y'all think here?
Well, we already did this one, so we got the Buccaneers winning here.
Yeah,
So we
Yep.
can't go back.
I like
If you
it.
want to explain it, I mean, the Buccaneers, it's going to be a close game, but at the end of the day, I think the Cowboys are going to start off like how they always do and just beat themselves.
All right.
I mean, yeah, we already said it before.
Yeah, we did.
So week 2, I really like this matchup here. Bengals are going into Jerry's world, and I think this is going to be a shootout. Just like when the Bills played the Kansas City Chiefs, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, possibly.
All right, so what do you got?
I say Bengals, man. I think the Bengals are trying to make a statement early on. They really didn't last year, but they had a really good playoff push. So I'd say the Bengals are trying to start off hot as quickly as possible, taking advantage of some of the injuries that the Cowboys have.
You know me, I'm a Bengals guy, and I don't think Diggs could keep up with those type of wide receivers.
He
Yeah,
can't.
he
Yeah,
can't.
I'm gonna
Cool,
have to go
cool.
Bengals too.
Yes, clean sweep. All right, week 3. I mean, Daniel Jones and all the troubles the New York Giants are having. I just think that the Cowboys are gonna sweep the Giants this year, no doubt about it.
Yep.
That's an easy pick. We got week 4, Washington. Another one. Just sweep again, man.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh.
the Cowboys have the ability to just sweep these two teams because those two
Yep.
teams are doo doo
I
water.
will say the Washington Commanders do have a better chance of beating the Cowboys than the Giants. I
Yes.
don't think that the Cowboys can sweep the Commanders, just because they have to find a click somewhere, with especially that defense with Montez Sweat and Young. I think it will penetrate through that old line and get to Dak Prescott, and then more important, to get in his head.
I think Carson Wentz throws a lot of potential interceptions, and
Yeah.
Diggs is going to be able to take advantage of that because he does have good hands.
Ooh, and they're gonna start the MVP talks again after that week.
Oh yeah.
Well,
But then they're going into week 5, and all that's gonna stop when they play LA in LA. Matthew Stafford isn't Carson Wentz, and Diggs is not gonna get any interceptions this game. If I'm being honest, I have LA winning here, but it's gonna be a good game again.
Okay.
I have LA winning as well. This is week 5, so their wide receivers are not quite healthy yet. They do have a good defense. LA does, and like I said, with the Washington Commanders, very similarly, the LA Rams will penetrate that O line so much that they will not be able to establish a run game, and Dak Prescott will not have enough time to get to his one wide receiver, which is CD Lamb.
All right.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, moving on to week 6. So you got another Sunday game. This is a divisional rival game. I mean,
Whew.
every year Eagles always trash the Cowboys. Cowboys always trash the Eagles. I see it all over Facebook all the time. But I would say the Cowboys are going to win this first matchup. I am high
Okay.
on the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, but I think the Cowboys are just going to be too much. Eagles are going to be overwhelmed, and they still need to find themselves with their new receivers and all that jazz.
I wouldn't argue with that. I think that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I do think it will be a good matchup. I'm sorry, I did not mean to choose Cowboys already here. Uh, well, I mean, I guess we kind of have to, because we just
Yeah.
did the Lions video, and in the Lions video, we did have the Cowboys winning here by a
hmm
landslide, just because they are a very powerful team, and too much that it will overwhelm the Lions defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just how it's going to go. We talked about it already. So going into week 8, we got the Chicago Bears. Reed's not very high on the Bears, and neither are we, honestly. Justin Fields just doesn't have it yet to where he can contend with these top teams in the NFL. And I think the Cowboys win very easily here.
I'm fine with that.
Calling it right here, going Las Vegas. I have Justin Fields throwing 3 interceptions this game. 3.
Jeez.
Jeez.
I know. I
Well,
know.
I mean, it's gonna happen. But after 2 pretty decently easy weeks, maybe that week 7 is a little bit tougher than week 8. But now we have a water break. Throwing it back to our boy Gabe. Let's go. By this time in the season, for you Cowboys fans, you guys will not be taking too many water breaks because you guys are going to be celebrating all these W's so far. But moving on to week 10, you have a tough game, and this bye week is really going to determine how y'all come out the gate. But they're in Lambeau Field playing the Packers. Reed, take it away.
All right. I will definitely say I think this is going to be a hard game. I do think the Cowboys do have a chance of winning this game. I will not say 100% Packers easily win this. It will be a hard game. It will be close. Definitely 1 to 2 scores. I think the Packers with that defense are going to be too much for the Cowboys offense. And as I said in a previous video, week 9, week 10, the Packers are going to figure out their offense. And we're going to know who we are. So I got the Packers. And it's in Lambeau.
Personally, I would love to see the Cowboys win this game here, but I do not wish a Cowboys victory over any of my friends here just because I know it could be harsh. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a game that comes down to the wire, and it's gonna be up to the quarterback to make to make the clutch decisions to win the game. And over here we have Aaron Rodgers that is just fully experienced in those type of decisions or those type of clutchness that at the end of the day in the fourth quarter, last couple minutes left, the Packers will win this game.
Not bad, not bad. I think this is the second time that they go up against each other since Mike McCarthy left. Could be
Yes.
wrong, but
This is Mike McCarthy's reunion coming home to
to
Lambeau
Lambeau.
Field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
I mean, this one's gonna be televised. This one's gonna be something to watch. They're gonna bring so many stories back to it. But yeah, I just think the Packers are gonna win. I don't think Mike McCarthy has it in him to get a W in Lambeau again. But this is very interesting. The Cowboys go back to back to back to back with that division, so they played every single team within that 4 5 week span since there's a bye week. But so that's
Wow.
what I find very interesting. This is why we always say that the Cowboys schedule is pretty good for them every year. Jerry Jones has some people in his pocket, but this one, this one, I think it's going to be another great game. Just because that division always puts up great games after they play another team that's in the division. So I got the Vikings actually winning this one. Sorry, Cowboys fans, but I think the Vikings are trying to make an early playoff push because they want to contend with the Packers this year. AJ has them as his dark horse team, and I don't see why not. I think Kirk Cousins can do it.
You know, you guys know I'm very high on the Vikings this year. Kirk Cousins is one of the most consistent quarterbacks in the league. This will be the battle of the backs, okay? And it will go down to see whose backfield has it better. They have very similar play style when it comes to quarterback to wide receiver play, even to your tight end play. You have very similar style. When it comes to defense, very similar style as well. It's going to be the battle of the backs. Who can get the upper hand on whose defense? And I think Dalvin Cook will put the smoke down and rampage all over Micah Parsons.
I got Cowboys here.
Ooh, wow. I think is that just because they're in your division or
No, I just don't think the Vikings are as good as everybody thinks, and they're not gonna be able to beat every single big team. Cowboys are one of the better teams, and I think the Cowboys are gonna win this one,
Okay.
especially coming off a loss against the Packers. They're gonna
Not
bounce
bad, not
back.
bad. All right. Well, now they have a Thursday game. I believe this is in November when it's Turkey Week. So gobble up, Cowboys fans, because you guys are gonna get another dub. Sweeping again. But after Week 12, they have the Colts. This one, I just don't believe in the Colts too much. I do love Matt Ryan and everything like that, but I just think the Cowboys win pretty easily here. They got Jonathan Taylor, but I think that the Cowboys are going to lock him up. I don't think Jonathan Taylor has the big year like he did last year, but he's going to be decent. So I got the Cowboys winning after beating down on the New York Giants.
Wow.
I've got the Colts. The Colts defense brings gets takeaways. They're going to win the turnover differential here, and Jonathan Taylor's going to run over anybody that he wants to run over.
Dang. Okay, you guys are leaving it up to me.
Yep.
It's gonna be a little tough. Okay, so you know the Cowboys, they're pretty solid here. You got your receivers back, they're back in the groove. And you also know that I'm pretty high on the Colts this year as well. Matty Ice, I think he's going to do great things. I think the Colts are a playoff contending team, and this is one of the games that the Cowboys and is going to have a close call with because this is a very good team. But at the end of the day, I do believe that the Colts are the better team, but I do think the Cowboys will come out with a win here.
I bet,
Okay.
yeah, it could be a good game. But in my opinion, I think the Cowboys are going to have a rhythm by now, and I think maybe the Colts are going to self-destruct just a little bit. But moving on to Week 14, Texans. Sorry, my second favorite team is the Texans. I like the way the organization is going now after all of that drama, but Cowboys run Texas this time around, so I think Cowboys win.
Until San Antonio gets a team.
Exactly.
Until San Antonio gets a team. Yeah. You would love to see the Texans win, but their defense is just not there yet. They're still in the rebuilding phase, and they won't be able to keep up with the high powered offense that the Cowboys have.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So going Week 15, Jaguars versus Cowboys. They're in Jacksonville. It's gonna be good weather because this is winter time now. So it's not gonna be who has the harder weather, Florida or Texas. Who goes through it the worst. But in this one, I don't see Jacksonville winning, uh, but I could be wrong here. So I am going to go Jacksonville because sometimes they do
Ooh, wow.
surprise us, and this is going to be the surprise win or surprise loss for the Cowboys.
The
That
upset.
Yeah, this is going to be the surprise one for them after they win three in a row, in my opinion.
If you want to predict schedules, you got to predict the upsets. They happen with every single team, no matter how good or bad you are. And the Jaguars get an upset here. Jaguars win.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to get outvoted here, but I got to respect the boys. I would have had the Cowboys, not just because it's supposed to be a win, but just because I don't think the Jaguars will have that team chemistry, especially with a new head coach. And these players are still trying to get to know each other, which they're going to have PTSD from their first season. You know, I don't know how they're going to get over it, but if they can, which I'm really hoping they do, I still don't think it'll be enough this year to take on the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think they have a lot of talent, but we'll see. Time will tell. But going on to Week 16, this is where I think the Eagles bounce back. I'm not too sure about their schedule 100%, but I think by this time they will be at least 2 games behind the Cowboys if we have them doing as good as we think they are. But so I think the Eagles win this one, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think so too. I don't think the Cowboys can sweep the Eagles.
There you go. All right, so Week 17 coming up almost to the end, but they face the Titans. So we had them beating the Colts, but now they face the king for the past 5 years. So Derrick Henry comes into town. They got Ryan Tannehill. They got no-name receivers now that A.J. Brown is gone. But Derrick Henry is king, and he's been king for a long time since JT took the reins when he got hurt. So I think the Titans win this one. Y'all
We've seen it
contest.
multiple times. We've seen it multiple times where the Titans are falling behind because of QB play, because defense can't keep up, and then all of a sudden they call on the king. Get us out of this hole. And that's exactly what he does. He catches the ball, he runs the ball. Shoot, I'm pretty sure he could throw the damn ball if he needs to. But I
I
think
think
that's
he
what's going to
did.
happen here. And I think the Cowboys are going to have an early lead, and the Titans are going to come back and win it in the last minutes of the game.
I actually got the Cowboys here. I think they close out the season strong.
Ooh.
Ooh.
After having 2 losses, I don't think they get a third loss in a row.
They won against the Texans. Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm
two
blind here.
losses.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
This is true. This is true. Well, I mean, we'll see. Cowboys do it every year. They start off pretty well, and then they make it to the playoffs because their division is pretty weak. But this gives the chance for the Eagles to come in and take that division. So this is why I'm choosing these losses very particularly. But again, Week 18, we already talked about it. Washington gets swept by the Cowboys. So I guess we can go ahead and see how the Cowboys finish after all those pretty tough games if I'm being honest. We do say that sometimes their schedule's pretty easy, but they do have some good teams in their schedule this year that they play against. So I got
So,
Cowboys winning week 18.
yep. AJ?
Hmm.
AJ.
I don't want it to happen, but yeah,
Whoa.
I do have the Cowboys winning because I do have the Cowboys losing against the Titans the week before, and I do think they are going to be competing against the Eagles to get that number one spot in their division, and they have to win this divisional game against Washington Commanders. There goes the Cowboys. Let's see
All
what we
right.
got here. We got them at 9-8. I can see a lot of people getting mad at the record that we're giving them. Uh, but you know
Jeez.
what? Like I say every single year, I don't know if y'all want to say it with me, but the Cowboys beat themselves. That's what happens. Even if they do make it in the playoffs, they will find a way to beat themselves. They've always had a great team. Always felt like they're high contenders. At the end of the day, the same thing. The history repeats itself. They lose against themselves.
And again, there's a couple games in there that can go back and forth. The Colts game, the Jaguars game, maybe Jaguars aren't it at that point in time. Shoot, maybe the Eagles get swept too. Maybe it's the first time in a long time where the Cowboys sweep everybody in their division. But again, they face the Buccaneers, the Bengals, the Colts, Titans. There are some tough teams there, so there are chances for them to lose. So I think this record is pretty well thought out in my opinion. And it's not us bashing on the Cowboys. It's just us telling you that every NFL team is getting better around the league. It's gonna be a lot tougher to win all these games like they usually do.
Not the Bears.
Not the Bears, yeah.
No, not the Bears.
I think we might have bashed on them a little bit too much. Let it be known, all you Cowboy fans that hate me and my Packer ideology, but and my hate for the Cowboys. But I fought for you for a few of those games, and these two guys, didn't believe in you. Let it be known.
Yeah, go for it. Pin it on us, Reed. Pin it on us.
Yes.
But I challenge you guys, I challenge the viewers to go back to our Monday video where we talk about the wide receiver concerns for the Cowboys and then let us know about it.
Exactly.
Okay. But if you guys think we are wrong or if you guys think we're around the ballpark, let us know. Okay. I've seen a lot of Cowboys predictions, and please understand that this is probably one of the better ones that you can find from a standpoint that is not a Cowboys fan. Okay, if you watch these prediction videos from a Cowboys fan, it's going to look like you guys are winning 11, 12 games. I think this is something more realistic. I think give or take 1 or 2 games here. I could definitely see you guys winning 10, but making the playoffs, it only depends if you could beat out the Eagles. You have to finish first in your division. Doesn't matter how bad your record is, doesn't matter how easy or hard your schedule is. You just have to beat out your division, which is not that hard. It's kind of hard for me to say because I'm not in the league myself, but compared to other divisions, should be favored for y'all. But thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't yet, go check us out on TikTok on NSP Football Talk. And until next time, you guys keep on grinding.